1 in 5 youth in the US suffers from symptoms of anxiety or depression. That's a heavy stat, and one that's easy to look past until you meet it face to face. A glance across the schoolyard. Hunched shoulders. Laughter that doesn't quite land. This is why Outride exists. Not for medals, not for records, but to empower all people to experience the social, emotional, and cognitive benefits of cycling. This is the story of a rally, and more than that, the story of belonging. We came from different corners of the globe, people we'd seen on screens now standing together under the Monterey sun at Sea Otter. Ahead of us, 6 days, 400 miles of coastlines, forests and city streets. From Monterey to Santa Cruz, through San Francisco and on to Windsor. Each stop its own story, each road stitching them together. Along the way, 3 Outride Riding for Focus schools. La Paz Middle School, Davidson Middle School, and Kalmacac in Windsor. Over 300 students in classrooms, playgrounds, and on bike paths. Between schools, we stopped at cafes, bike shops, and events, sharing one simple message. Bikes change lives.
The whole thing with Outride is like, what if all parents knew, or kids knew, even your next door neighbors that weren't into riding, that cycling really was something that could really light up the kids' brain and really let kids feel great? How powerful would that be?
The concept of the rally is we are going to go to where the kids are. Middle school visits, cycling through the beautiful part of California from Monterey up to Windsor, and really showing our country, our society, our community that this is something that we need to dedicate time and energy to. We need to get out there. We need to put our money where our mouth is and say, we're going to invest in our youth, and we adults are going to pay it forward.
A lot of people have found the bike and used it to transform their life in one way or the other, whether it's just biking to work and getting those benefits, or being an ultra cyclist and setting records all around the globe. In the research, we see that just from the data, how impactful the program can be for the students, for their well-being, their confidence, all these social emotional learning markers. So yeah, we'd love to just share it with as many students as possible to get them on the bike and introduce them to a lifelong sport that can really change their trajectory of how much they do physical activity.
This project wasn't just about riding bikes. It was about unlocking possibility.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Sick, I would do that anytime.
Try getting the...
Yeah.
Sweet, man. Each school visit followed a rhythm. Students rotated through stations, confidence building drills, pre-ride checks, reflections on what they want to outride, and EEG brain scans showing movement in action. It wasn't just another school event, it was a new way to experience movement. At first, many of the kids were quiet. They were unsure. Some had never been on a bike before. Some carried an invisible weight. But then something shifted. The first time a student found balance. That burst of speed. That realization that I can do this.
Some of the biggest changes that I see in my students is just their own personal confidence in themselves. Their own self-worth increases because they're doing something that they never thought they might be able to do, whether it's ride a bike, whether it's ride a bike up a hill, or ride a bike 3 miles in a class period, or they ride with their parents on the weekend. They have this confidence now, but they can do it. This bridges those gap to that dream and reality, and they can put those puzzle pieces together and then transfer it to the other parts of their lives.
Connecting with those students one-on-one, however brief those moments were, they were still impactful because Students, when you give them the chance, they want to share their stories, and the bikes really help them share their stories. So being in the schools was definitely a highlight for me.
The changes were subtle. A longer smile, laughter that didn't fade after the first lap. Students who came in unsure left asking when we'd be back.
School visits are always a highlight, interacting with the teachers, seeing how they really have put the programs into motion, and then also seeing them take to the connection we talked about with the power of cycling on our brain, and then having them try out a couple of trainer races, and just seeing them really take to it was really exciting. But then also seeing all the yellow helmets bob around in the background with you all was really, really cool.
Between the schools, the ride found its own rhythm. Coffee stops turned into deep conversations. Bike shops turned into community spaces. Wherever we went, the feeling was the same. Curiosity, comfort, connection. Stories surfaced of bikes as lifelines, movement as medicine, and the freedom that comes with it.
And the most powerful proof of the work is the look on the kid's face and the parents and the teacher.
By the time we reached Windsor, you could feel the momentum. At the gala dinner, there was celebration, but beneath it, a sense of urgency, that something needs to be done. And this is just the beginning. From day 1 to 6, our team grew closer. Our message grew stronger, and our confidence came not from the distance, but from every smile, every conversation, and every moment of proof that this mission matters. Windsor wasn't the finish, it was the beginning. Yes, we felt proud, but also like we could have kept going. When the last school visit ended, we all felt it, that tug, that urgency, because there's still thousands of children waiting for a chance to move, to belong, and to feel free. The Levi's Grand Fondo was a celebration for the week that had been. Riding beside Lauren and John, finishing their longest ever ride, and then celebrating with the rest of the team back at the event village, felt huge. It wasn't about speed or stats. It was about stepping into something new. This rally confirmed what we already believed. Bikes don't just move bodies, they move lives. They rebuild confidence, they create belonging. And now, after everything we lived and learned, we know this isn't a project, it's a movement. And it's a movement that's only just getting started.